This chart shows the annual human fatalities caused by wild animals. Down at the bottom, sharks cause just 6 deaths a year, and wolves account for about 10. But their terrifying reputations are completely dwarfed by the real heavyweights. Elephants and hippos claim 500 lives each, and snakes cause a staggering 100,000 deaths annually. Despite these varied threats, human biology reacts to all of them in exactly the same way. The moment you cross paths with a predator, your amygdala floods your nervous system, triggering an immediate panic response. Giving in to that instinct, specifically the overwhelming urge to turn your back and run, is a near-guaranteed way to turn yourself into prey. To get out alive, you need a framework to override that panic. Effective survival relies on 4 distinct protocols: submission, intimidation, evasion, and combat. Surviving a predator requires an analytical response that contradicts every natural impulse. Protocol 1 is submission. Certain massive, territorial animals are not looking for a meal. They only attack if they perceive you as a challenger to their domain. Take bears, for example. They can run at 30 miles per hour, making it impossible to outrun them. Instead, fall to the ground, curl into a ball, cover your neck with your hands, and play dead until the animal loses interest. Gorillas demand a different kind of submission. As the leaders of their territory, they require obedience. Sit down to make yourself look smaller, speak only in a whisper, and deliberately avoid direct eye contact. Surprisingly, kangaroos also pose a major threat if they feel you've entered their territory. Execute a short, quiet cough, which the kangaroo will interpret as a sign of disease, then slowly back away without turning around. With elephants, your first defense is reading their body language. If an elephant has its ears pulled back and its trunk curled inward, it is preparing to crush you. If a mother elephant charges, sprinting in the open is a death sentence. You must find a solid physical barrier, like a large rock or a sturdy tree, and place it directly between you and the animal. By feigning weakness and removing yourself as a competitive threat, you strip away the animal's biological motivation to strike. Protocol 2 requires the opposite approach. Predators looking for a quick meal will often abandon the hunt if the prey acts aggressively. If you encounter a lion, do the reverse of the gorilla strategy. Maintain intense eye contact, open your jacket to look massive, and shout with a loud, confident voice to show you are an irritating presence rather than a victim. If intimidation fails, Protocol 3 relies on tactical evasion, exploiting an animal's biological blind spots. Rhinoceroses can run 37 miles per hour, but they have terrible eyesight. You can break their line of sight by dodging behind deep brush or a wide tree trunk where they can no longer track you. Hippopotamuses are highly irritable and can charge at over 18 miles per hour. During a drought, avoid the high grass where they hide to stay cool. If one charges, force it to abandon the pursuit by climbing a steep hill or rock face. When it comes to bulls, they react strictly to movement, not the color red. If a bull runs at you, stand perfectly straight and still. Wait until it gets close, then throw a piece of clothing as far away as possible to divert its charge. Swarming bees track targets by color and motion, and they are highly attracted to dark shades. The most effective way to break their tracking is to hide in a deeply unlit space where they can no longer see you. A predator's biological advantage usually comes with a specific sensory flaw. Understanding whether an animal tracks by motion, color, or weak eyesight turns a deadly chase into a winnable game of evasion. Protocol 4 is for the final resort, when avoidance fails and an apex predator makes physical contact. If you are grabbed by a crocodile or alligator, you are dealing with the strongest jaws on the planet. Your only move is to violently gouge their eyes or the sensitive tissue in their throat. If a crocodile is crawling toward you on land, run in a zigzag and shout. But if you spot one while swimming, move away completely silently without making a single splash. To avoid sharks, prevent blood or urine from entering the water, as they can smell these from miles away. If one does bite, relentlessly attack its gills and eyes. With venomous snakes, 80% of bites occur because humans try to catch the reptile. If you are being followed, stomp your feet heavily. The ground vibrations will overload their sensors and cause them to leave you alone. If you are bitten, ignore the movies and never try to suck the venom out. Wash the wound under running water, apply a firm tourniquet, and immediately call emergency services. Treating a jellyfish sting also involves debunking a common myth. Urinating on the sting only causes further tissue damage. Instead, wash the burn strictly with salt water. Use a pair of tweezers to remove any remaining stingers and apply an antihistamine ointment. When forced into direct physical contact, survival depends on ruthless, targeted counterattacks to anatomical vulnerabilities, followed by precise medical triage. On a purely physical level, humans are entirely outmatched in the wild. We cannot outrun a bear or outwrestle a crocodile. These 13 rules replace blind, fatal panic with a calculated biological strategy. In the wild, understanding these biological patterns is the only asset that compensates for our physical disadvantage. Which wild animal encounter terrifies you the most? Let us know in the comments. And make sure to like and subscribe so we can keep worrying about your well-being.